Hello Normans, welcome to this week's Norman News. I'm Noelle Trost.
And I'm Eva Danesh. Stay tuned for information on a Samsung investment.
And news on the death of John McCain.
Hi, I'm Eric Moradian here with this week's sports and world news.
And I'm Alana Morgan with this week's fashion and weather.
Around the school in 30 minutes, this is the Norman News. A Beverly resident has been fined for posting missing cat signs throughout the neighborhood. DeLeon, the owner of the missing cat, was contacted by code enforcement and received a notification that her signs were illegal and that she was guilty of a misdemeanor. She, along with fellow resident Elizabeth Beck and Design Review Commission Chair Ilona Sherman, attended last Tuesday's City Council meeting in an attempt to resolve the issue. According to the Beverly Courier, Code Enforcement Manager Nestor Otatsu said, "The city received multiple citizen-initiated complaints regarding these flyers. I believe it was the sheer number of flyers posted that caused the complaints. The issue has not been fully resolved yet, but DeLeon has been allowed to keep up the posters for the remainder of the week. If you spot a black-haired cat, blind in one eye, in response to the name Lucky, reach out to the Beverly Courier at 310-278-1322. Now to Eva with news on Brooks Brothers.
Thanks, Noelle. Sadly, this past Monday, Rodeo Drive lost its iconic Brooks Brothers retail store to a foreclosure deal. The store has been in that location since early 2003, making this year its 15th anniversary. However, the store's age is considerably smaller than the history of the land that it currently sits on. The 12,170-foot lot at 468 North Rodeo Drive has resided within the possession of the same family for 50 years. It has yet to be determined whether the land will be sold, but unfortunately it looks like you'll have to venture outside of Beverly Hills to get your Brooks Brothers apparel. Now to Eric with sports.
Thanks, Eva. MLS rivalry week has come to an end, and boy are there some things to talk about. Most notably, Joseph Martinez, striker for Atlanta United, has broken the MLS regular season goal-scoring record, netting 28 goals in 26 games. With 8 games left, the 25-year-old Venezuelan is looking to seriously smash this record. At his current scoring rate, he's projected to get around 9 more goals for a whopping total of 37 goals, which would be 10 more goals than anyone in a regular MLS season. However, Martinez's incredible performances are earning him looks from European clubs, casting doubt on whether or not he will remain in the MLS for the 2019 season. Let's send it to Nathan.
Thanks, Eric. Cristiano Ronaldo, arguably today's best soccer player in the world, and one of the highest paid athletes in any sport, has signed with Juventus, the top soccer club team in Italy. After 9 years on Real Madrid, Ronaldo decided that he wants a new challenge. He just recently agreed to a 4-year deal with his new team in which he'll be receiving $42 million a year. In addition to this fee, Juventus, who had to pay Ronaldo's former club team 100 million euros just to get him on the roster. Ronaldo made his debut with his new teammates just a few days ago and is looking for a new advancement in his career as he joins this new squad this season. Now we have fashion with Alana.
Thanks, Nathan. Well, UGG has done it again. Apparently, UGGs have a Fluff Power collection. Are you confused? Well, just wait until I tell you about this collection. UGG's new Fluff Power collection features slides, sandals, and heels to fit any occasion. The shoe names are the Del Rey Fluff Heel, the Fluff Yeah Slide, and the Rosa Fluff Heel. UGG describes their collection as playful as well as statement-making that still has the same feeling as slippers. The Rosa Fluff Heel was said that it could be paired with an easy denim during the day and a jumpsuit or shift dress at night. Well, be sure to visit UGG's website to read more on their Fluff Power collection. You could get your own, ranging from $100 to $160. Now to Kayla with entertainment.
Thanks, Alana. As you may already know, the 2018 MTV Music Video Awards ceremony was on August 20th. The venue was at the Radio City Music Hall in New York. Cardi B, the artist with 12 nominations and 3 awards, opened the main show. Later, many celebrities like Jimmy Fallon, Shawn Mendes, DJ Khaled, Madonna, and so many more presented in the VMAs. The pre-show performances started off by Mine with Bazzi and finished with Don't Go Breaking My Heart by the Backstreet Boys. The main shows included many songs by Nicki Minaj, such as Majesty, Barbie Dreams, Ganja Burns, and my personal favorite, Fifi. The night's biggest category is Video of the Year, in which Camila Cabello won. Ariana must be heard. Now passing it on to Riley with the movie review.
Thanks, Kayla. Looking for a movie shark-related? Well, I know one, The Meg, which hit theaters recently. The movie's not only a mix of horror, but a bit of action, so all the shark lovers go ahead and watch the movie. The movie's about a massive sea creature attacking an underwater submarine and leaving the crew behind at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. And just to twist up the movie, the rescuer, Jonas Taylor, must try and find enough time to save the crew from the large 75-foot shark. Now that's definitely a challenge. Alright, that's all I'm going to spoil this week, so grab some popcorn, sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's new movie trailer.
What's that?
There's a monster outside.
What you people discovered is bigger than we ever thought possible.
How big is that thing?
It was the largest shark that ever existed.
A living fossil.
Thought to have been extinct over 2 million years. Wrong.
My God. It's a megalodon. He's kidding, right? That thing's out there. You need to find it and kill it.
Why don't you just put a tracker on it? Did you guys ever watch Shark Week?
He looks heroic, but he's kind of got a negative attitude. Chew on this, you ugly.
That seems like a very intense movie, so thanks, Riley. So, Noelle, I heard your story about the missing cat situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, on the one hand, I really sympathize with her. I've lost a cat before, and it's very sad. All you want is to get them back. But on the other hand, I've heard there's so many posters. I mean, it seems like it's a bit extreme.
Yeah, we've seen them all around Beverly Hills, and I guess it's caught on with the authorities.
I think it's a little ironic that the cat's name is Lucky, considering that she's lost, but I hope she gets her cat back.
We do too.
Now to Eric with World News.
Thanks, guys. Former South Korean President Park Geun-hye has been sentenced to 25 years in prison for Samsung bribes. On Friday, an appeals court convicted the impeached president of collecting more bribes than previously thought from Samsung, the largest company in the country. The sentencing also comes with a 20 billion won fine, amounting to about 17 million US dollars. This corruption scandal could also have further implications for Lee Jae-young, the de facto head of Samsung. Now to Jasmine with national news.
Thanks, Eric. This past Saturday, Senator of the United States, John McCain, passed away at the age of 81. He died from a brain cancer called glioblastoma, which is impossible to cure. He had served the United States for 60 years, being a senator, presidential candidate, a naval bomber pilot, and an American hero. We thank him for his services, and may he rest in peace. Let's end to Genevieve with the restaurant review.
Thanks, Jasmine. If you're looking for a place that is the best risotto in Beverly Hills, you should go to Il Paseo. This restaurant has the best Italian food I've ever tried and is located on North Cannon, which means it is local too. I ordered the risotto fungi and it has diced mushrooms in it with a creamy sauce. I got this dish for $24 and I was very satisfied. This restaurant not only serves risotto, but it is also known for their amazing pastas. So head down to Il Paseo for some delicious Italian food. I know I will be going again. Now to Jonah with technology.
Thanks, Genevieve. Samsung is looking to invest around $20 billion into research regarding emerging technologies like artificial intelligence over the next 3 years, according to a report from CNBC. The investment is only a small part of a larger $161 billion pool that will go toward component research. The $20 billion sum would primarily be used to look into a variety of new technologies to support building components for future cars, use in the pharmaceutical industry, and other uses cases like artificial intelligence and 5G mobile capabilities. Samsung said that 40,000 jobs would be created over the course of the next 3 years, and 1,000 of those positions would be for AI researchers in centers around the world. The announcement comes after Samsung put out its earnings report last week. It had its slowest quarterly profit growth in over a year. The company said that it was the result of fewer smartphone sales than average, citing slow Galaxy S9 sales just as Note 9 devices just hit shelves last week. Now let's go to health with Yasmin.
Thanks, Jonah. A new study shows that older adults with more ideal measures of cardiovascular health were less likely to develop dementia and experience cognitive decline. Lead study author Dr. Cecilia Samary from the University of Bordeaux in France and colleagues explain in their study that they observed the importance to concentrate on the first 4 lifestyle factors, namely smoking status, physical activity, diet, and weight. It is believed that giving up smoking, being physically active, and having a diet rich in vegetables, fruits, and fish, having a healthy weight, and managing blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar all can help prevent problems from happening in the future. Now to Bree with opinion.
Thanks, Yasmin. Monsanto, an agrochemical and agricultural biotechnology corporation that owns companies and brands such as Aunt Jemima, Betty Crocker, and Campbell's, suffered a major blow this past week when San Francisco jurors ruled that Roundup, the most popular weed killer in the world, gave a former school groundskeeper terminal cancer. Dwayne Johnson, a 46-year-old man of modest income, won a huge victory in the landmark case, with the jury and all evidence determining that Monsanto's Roundup weed killer caused his cancer and that the corporation failed to warn him of the health hazards from exposure. Dwayne Johnson was the first person to take the agrochemical corporation to trial over the allegations that the chemical sold under the brand Roundup causes cancer. Monsanto argued that while they were sympathetic to Mr. Johnson and his family, the court decision should not change the fact that more than 800 scientific studies and reviews support that glyphosate does not cause cancer and did not cause Mr. Johnson's cancer. However, the evidence portrayed by the defense led the jury to find that Monsanto did act with malice or oppression, which resulted in the historic ruling that awarded Johnson $289 million in damages. This David and Goliath battle between Johnson and the German agrochemical conglomerate Bayer Monsanto resulted in a victory for real science and Johnson. Now let's send it back to Noel.
Thanks, Bree. Juniors and seniors looking for a way to boost their medical resume and make a little extra cash, the College Center might have just the job for you. A local physician's office is searching for an extremely responsible 11th or 12th grader to work part-time. The responsibilities include helping with medical records, filing charts, and other types of paperwork. They're looking for 2 to 3 days minimum a week, 2 to 4 hours each working day, but they are flexible. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays are available. However, you cannot have a 6th period as this office requires that work start no later than 2 p.m. If this interests you, send an email with the resume attached called Medical Office BHHS Candidate as a subject line to Ms. Dubin at cdubin@bhusd.org. Now, back to Eva.
Thanks, Noel. Lastly, the PTSA is looking for donations that can be made to the Beverly concession stand for football events. The concession stand will be up and running for future football games on August 31st, September 7th, and September 14th, so make sure to support both your PTSA and Norman Nation by donating to the concession stands. For more information, email bevhillsptsa@gmail.com. Now to Alana with weather.
Hello Normans, here is the weather forecast for this week. On Wednesday, August 29th, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 81 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 65 degrees Fahrenheit. On Thursday, August 30th, it will be sunny with a high of 83 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 66 degrees Fahrenheit. On Friday, August 31st, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 84 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 66 degrees Fahrenheit. On Saturday, September 1st, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 83 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 66 degrees Fahrenheit. On Sunday, September 2nd, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 81 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 65 degrees Fahrenheit. On Monday, September 3rd, it will be sunny with a high of 82 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 66 degrees Fahrenheit. And lastly, on Tuesday, September 4th, it will be sunny with a high of 86 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Now back to the anchors.
Thank you for watching.
Tune in next week for more Norman News.